Hello everyone! It's Tuesday again. Let's see if I can get some light going on here. I want to make sure that I'm actually on, because last week it took me about 10 minutes to get on. So let's see here. Get on. Alright. Hopefully that fixed that. Why am I not? Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. This is not normally the place that I am at. Give me a second. Hi, Helen. Does it sound okay? I go to see my usual stuff that I see. I wonder if YouTube changed something here. I can't tell if I'm actually streaming. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I am lost here. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Thought I was ready, and now I'm just a little discombobulated. Here we go. So everything sounds okay. Here I am. Here's the screen I'm used to seeing. All right. That's better. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Leica. Well, you guys are all here pretty quick today. I have been hi, Sarah. I kind of took the week off. Last week I had some computer issues that were driving me crazy. I don't like being crazy. So I kind of started doing the art cards, and I kind of just went with it and decided to just keep making some art cards. I didn't get very far, but I will show you the ones that I did. Let me get situated here. All right. So I think I did this one on stream. We have light in all the right places here. I don't want to put too much light on because then I get hot. I think I did this one on stream last week too. This is one that I did sometime last week. And this one is one that was started. Okay, focus. Too much stuff here. Too much stuff. This one, the background had been started. I just put the bunny on it. And I decided to go ahead and do some houses. So these are some of the houses that I did. I'd like to do, it's not focusing very well, is it? It was doing better when I had it. There we go. So let me not move it too much. I like to do series of 9 or 10. I have a little book that holds 9 together, so I kind of like having the little houses all together, or whatever I'm doing. I like to have them kind of together. I like collections, and so that's what I do. So I did a whole bunch of houses. I think I did 10 houses, and I like the bright and cheery. Hi, Debbie. I like sometimes I really like the color and stuff. So those are the houses that I did this last week. Last week I was using some of the backgrounds that I do, and I thought that today we might just work with some backgrounds, making some backgrounds. That's one of them that I was doing. I kind of worked on this one a little bit. The other one, the other 12 by 12, hi Victor. The other 12 by 12 that I did, I cut up. And I think I did some of these cards on the stream last time, but I cut that whole 12 by 12 into artist trading card size. So you can see it's kind of nice to be able to make a background or a master board or that kind of thing, and just have something on the cards themselves. And this is what they look like after I cut them up. So there's a little bit of everything on each card. If you remember what that card looked like before I cut it up. So then I started putting stuff on them. And it's kind of nice to have a background and just to add things and to play and not think about things too much. Try to get the glare off of that a little bit. So that's what I kind of did this week. And I just kind of played a little bit and relaxed and made some of these little cards with some of the backgrounds that we did. Well, thanks for subscribing, Leica. So I don't remember if I did any of these cards. I think I showed the board, and then I don't think I had cut any. I don't remember. I don't think I'd actually done anything. So some of these still need a little bit of something. So I like to start with a background. Of course, that's flashing. Too much light or something, and it won't focus. I like to start with a background, and I like to add like 3 elements. If you notice, there's 3. It's either a stamp and 2 collage bits or something. I really like this one. It's an apple with a bit of magazine picture. I don't know. I think it was a candy bowl or something, but I thought it was cute colors. And then I stamped this tree on top of it. And I really like the way it turned out. And I like the way that one turned out too. So I figure, when I do things, when I add elements in 3s, for some reason I like it better. And I don't know what it is, but I like 3. I like a big something and then 2 little somethings, and that seems to balance my eye out. So that's what I usually go for. So those were some of the cards that I had done with the board that I showed last week. So I also last week, if you remember, I was trying to do some faces. And so I don't know, I might be out of practice with the faces. Nothing was really making me really happy. But this is kind of what I was doing all this week. Kind of practicing, trying to get my eye back for doing some little faces. I've never done faces in the ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. And I thought that it would be easier. I really did, because smaller faces are so much easier to find. But I was actually having just a little bit of difficulty. And I don't know why, but most of these I wasn't really happy with. Some of these I was. And I think I'm out of practice seeing faces and seeing what would look good together and trying stuff out. So that's kind of what I did this week, is looked for some more little face parts and started putting stuff together and started playing. Normally with the bigger faces, I don't usually tear the faces out, and maybe some of that tearing has distracted my eye and not letting me like it so much. I don't know. But these are some that I thought were okay, but I still need to work on getting my face eyes back. Making some little faces, because I would like to give some of these away. So tried a whole bunch of different stuff, tried some different backgrounds, tried some fussy cutting, just a whole bunch of different stuff. This is one that I thought would be better, but I couldn't come up with anything that I really liked, so I just put it together anyway. This one, I don't know if I like her crown on top because it's too much into the background. Just needs some more practice. But it was fun. It was nice just to relax and not to worry about a whole lot of anything and just put some together. And it's funny how one day I do this kind of style, and then the next time I try to put faces together, I come up with a different style. So these are two that I did, and nothing else kind of worked out after that. Oh, I do a lot of stuff with torn book pages, Victor. I can show you a bunch of stuff that I'm doing with torn book pages. I do a lot of stuff with torn book pages. I like tearing pages out of books and using them. This one is a little freaky. Get it focused so you can see it. This one was actually done with the background from that other masterboard that I did. And I think I showed this one last week. And this is kind of by like a kind of in the style of some of my larger faces, if you've seen some of those. So that is some of the faces that I've managed to get done. Still practicing though, trying to get my eye situated for the smaller faces. Having some trouble with it. These are some of my large faces that I printed out on photo paper. They weren't quite the 3.5 by 2.5 inches, so I just glued them onto a background or a trading card size piece of cardstock. But they're kind of cute. This is the kind of faces that I'm going for. So seeing them smallish kind of gives me some idea of what I need to be doing. So that's what I'm going for, and I might even print out some more of those faces in this size and start giving some of the photos away of them because they're kind of funny. So that's some of the faces that I've done. So I was thinking that I would do, and here's one of the torn book pages. I do use them a lot. I love book pages and envelope, security envelope patterns. I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of book pages and dictionary pages and all that kind of stuff. Can't see it. Maybe it's a little bit better that way with this light. Why is this light better? And it's way over here where you can't see it. This one might be too much. No, well, yeah, that light's just too bright, I guess. So what I did was tore up thunderstorms, Helen. That's horrible. I don't like that. So I tear up little bits of the envelopes and book pages and stuff like that, and I will collage them. And these I just collaged the little bits onto cardstock, ATC size cardstock. I have a bunch of them already cut and ready to go whenever I need, so I don't have to stop and cut them. So I will collage all the book pages and all that good stuff. And then for these I used some watercolor crayons and just kind of used some water and blended them into the pages so that we got some colors. And what I thought I would do with these, I've been kind of going through some of my magazine pictures and looking for stuff that might go on them. I haven't got that far yet. I just did this yesterday. So I kind of wanted to show how to do some different kind of backgrounds and just have another relaxing day of just making some backgrounds and just playing around, because there's a lot of different ways to make backgrounds. The houses, if I can find them, the houses were done on white cardstock, and I used distress inks. Though there's tons of options for book pages. Yeah, I know, Victor. These are just distress inks. I've used a color duster to color all the white into colors, collaged a little bit on top, and did a little bit of stenciling, and then used book pages and stuff for the houses and the windows and the doors and the chimneys and that kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of these are book pages too. So I mean, they turn out so different when you do different kinds of things. Your backgrounds will be quite different. So so I thought we might just play around with some backgrounds today. I have been in super relax mode, so I haven't done a lot of prep for this. Lot of prep. I showed this one before. I don't want to get out a lot of acrylic paint because it takes so much time to dry it and stuff, and it makes such a mess. I don't want to do all that. But here's, this one's a double-sided. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut this up or what I'm going to do with that yet. And here's another one that I did that I'm probably going to cut up. I just haven't got there yet, but I thought that would be cool for, you know, postcards or other stuff. The other thing, you know, you don't have to make artist trading cards. Backgrounds are good for everything, you know, art journals, artist trading cards, postcards, the deconstructed journal pages. You can do anything. You know, if you've got a great background to start with, you know, it makes it a whole lot more fun. So I have been making just some little backgrounds. This one is just acrylic paint scraped onto a piece of cardstock. Some of the homemade stamps and some of the regular stamps. Some stencils in kind of the same kind of color family, so that it's kind of not too crazy of a background. I can put stuff on top of this and things will blend a little bit better. And I will probably, I've got it all drawn out here, I will probably cut these into ATCs. You can get 10 ATCs from a piece of cardstock for 8.5 by 11. So, and these are the little ones that I did. I was going to show how to do this one. This one that I just did some stamping on, and then used a brayer and brayered some. Just a second, my battery's going. All right, are we still here? A little bit of brayer on top just to blend in the stamps. And for this one, I actually did some ink smooshing and stuff, and then cut it up into ATC size. And then I will put, more stamping on top, or collage bits. You could put book pages, colored book pages, all kinds of stuff. I do like to color book pages and use that kind of stuff in my collages. I do a lot of stamping and spraying on book pages. You can use that as collage. I mean, I use that kind of stuff all the time. And use it not only as backgrounds, but as focal points as well. I mean, here's one that I've stenciled and colored on. So, you can start putting some of this stuff on there, and then putting a focal image or something. It's hard to get more than 3 that small. You can get, are you talking about artist trading cards? You can get 10 from an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, piece of paper. And that's the way you do it. Of course, it won't lay flat. 1 strip of 3.5, and then you cut them sideways for 2.5, and then 2 strips of 2.5. So that gives you 10 cards. Of course, this light is way too bright. There we go. So you can get 10 cards out of 8.5 by 11. So that's what I was doing with that one, and I will probably cut these up and make cards out of them as well. Like I said, I want to give some away. So I've been kind of dabbling and trying to get some stuff done so I can start giving some away. And some paper dolls too. Another thing you can do with backgrounds, and this one I did on watercolor paper, and I've cut some stuff off of this already. I could cut that up for ATCs. I went ahead and, of course, maybe you can see it that way. I made a little paper doll out of that. So it's watercolor paper. I'm trying to get going on part 2 of the paper dolls. So this one is one side, it's that side, and I just cut, you can see where I cut him out of this paper here. And then I just put a face on him. And the other side is this side, and I cut a picture of a magazine and gave him a real face. You think he needs a hand though. So this one also has book pages collaged on it, and some letter and number stamps and all that good stuff. And then I just cut the little paper doll right out of the watercolor paper. So doing backgrounds, it's kind of nice to have a bunch of them, some that you like and maybe some that you don't so much. so that you don't have to make backgrounds when you want to do something. So I thought maybe that's what we would do today. Do some of that stuff. I really do enjoy doing backgrounds, and I've shown this in another video, but I really haven't done a whole lot with it. I don't know if that light is going to be any good. I use these papers, and I've got a stack of them here. I use these papers underneath, like when I'm coloring an artist trading card, I'll put a paper underneath it so I can go through the edges and get some color everywhere and not worry about wasting any ink or color or anything. So I've got these that I clean my stamps off from, and this one is actually leftover bits from this. So I don't waste anything. So if I pour a little bit of paint out, I'll rub it on these pages. And I clean stamps off, and I clean stencils off on these, and they're just testing colors and all kinds of stuff. So this is my garbage background. I call them my underneath papers because I usually have this craft mat that I like to use because I can do the inks on it. And what I mean by that is I like to do the distress inks, and I will put ink on this mat, spray it with a little bit of water, and I'll just use this paper, but I will pick up color that way. Bye, Debbie. So I really like to have a craft mat underneath me, but when I'm painting like in my journal or something, and I am trying to do acrylic paints or something, I'll grab one of these papers and put it there so I can go over the edge with the paintbrush and not worry about getting it all over, the next page or whatever, and all that ends up on these pages. So I end up with all these pages that end up kind of cool. And I've had these around for a few months, and I'm actually thinking about putting them in a book, just folding them in half. You can't see because it's just all washed out, and that's just not bright enough. I need to switch these lights around. Is that better? That's okay. All right. So I'm thinking about just taking them and making signatures out of them, except for the fact that they don't match. But I really like the way they look. So I'm still trying to figure out, what to do with them. I don't want to throw them away because I like looking at them. I love all the color and all that stuff. So, and these are just backgrounds on normal paper. These are pages that I tore out of my glue book, actually. So they're pretty thin. So they're just normal pieces of paper that are really garbage pieces of paper. And I'm thinking that I just put them in a book together and not do a whole lot with them. But look at them and visit them every once in a while because I love the colors. I love the combinations. I love how they turned out. They're all really different, depending on what project I was making or doing, how it turned out. Here is some wax crayon rubbing that I put inks over. Trying out some stencils and trying out, here's, drawing over through my stencil just to see what it would look like before I put it on a page or something. Seeing what the stamp would look like. Here's some some inks, and I was trying to figure out what color that ink was, and it really turned out dark. So yeah, I'm thinking I might just make all these into a book. I don't know if I would do anything more with it after that. And I guess maybe that's why I haven't done anything yet, because I'm waiting for more pages or something. So that's my little crazy background under paper kind of book. So, and it's acrylic paints and it's all kinds of stuff. I mean, whatever it was. I think I have some twinkling H2Os on some of those pages as well. So that's what I'm thinking I might do. So another option for backgrounds is I have a clip art book that I have scanned most of the pages, and I've printed out its patterns. I really like patterns, so I went ahead and printed out some of these patterns on cardstock, and I might put some acrylic wash or something over it. I was thinking maybe to do some kind of book pages with them, because they're kind of cool, but I'm not sure what to do with them. This one would be really cool, and I can show you how I did some of the acrylic washes for the ATCs. Before my paint dries, I put a bunch of some paint in this thing, and I added a bunch of water. I'm going to add just a little bit more, so it's really, really runny. Except it had dried just a little bit, so it wasn't as runny as I had hoped. So what I did yesterday, where is it? I've lost it now. Oh. I did this one, and I just stamped a bunch of stuff on the cardstock, and then did this with this wash. It's the same color, and I used a brayer and my little piece of plastic, which is pretty dirty by now. And what I do is kind of paint some of it in splotches, and then use my brayer to just put a little bit of color, so it's not too much. So it's just a little bit. And I did that over stamping, so it gives it a little texture. And it looked kind of nice over the stamping, because it kind of obscured some of those images a little bit. I still have quite a bit of this paint left over that I'm trying to use up, this old paint. So that's how I did that. I'm going to use up the rest of this on this one. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do some stamping on it first, just to get some stuff on here. Just some random stuff. Normally I would clean off my stamps on some of those papers, but I'm going to save time. So I'm not going to do it. And I just randomly, don't really think about it, stamp a bunch of stuff on. I like my fish. haven't used this one in forever either. And you can do this in your art journal as well. And then, see if I can use up the rest of this paint. Just to use it up. And then you can stamp over it too. Boy, there's a lot in here. I'm going to have to put some in my art journal because I can't use it all up. Because that's pretty much, I don't want to put any more on that one, so let me grab my art journal. And we'll put some in there. There's a good page. Let's use this paint up. And I kind of like using the brayer so it's not quite so thick. And it does have quite a bit of water in it, so it's kind of a wash. And I should be using my papers underneath here too, which I think I will do. I don't like it when my pages stick together too much. Let's not make a huge mess. That's why I don't like doing acrylic, because it's just messy. It's very, very messy. And then I have to wait for it to dry as well. Getting paint everywhere. But at least I used it up. I get in the crevice there. Not going in the crevice. Alright, so put that in some water. Get a baby wipe. Hi, Judy. Getting paint everywhere. My least favorite thing is acrylic paint because it's so messy. But I like the looks of it after. So I've used that up now. Oops, ouch. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Just a little bit. I use a piece of plastic. It's a cover that came on a magazine. Just so I can not worry about getting paint everywhere. So I will worry about trying to clean that up later. Where do I put it so I don't step on it? Get another baby wipe. I messed. So then, let me see if this is dry now. Then you can add more layers to this. With stencils and ink smushing and more stamping. You put some stencils on it. Some random stencils in places. Maybe I should add another color. And we'll add another color. I'll do blue. And we'll do some more patterns, I guess. Of course, that's not showing up now. I think my ink pads are drying out. I need to move them out of this room. There we go. Had to be convinced. And then I am going to do a little bit of stamping over the top using some of the stamps I already have. And I'm going to use some black so they show up. So, let me put some of this on there. And I am going to put some of this little face on there too, the hair. It's not stamping very well. I think I need a new stamp pad. This room gets so hot. Very, very hot. So, and then I will cut that up for backgrounds, and since I'm doing ATCs, I will probably use it for ATC backgrounds. Throwing things everywhere. So, yeah, not got a whole lot going on. So, I might as well go ahead and do a journal page. I don't have a whole lot. I've been wasting my time this week just doing a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Just messing around with some art cards and not really doing a whole lot of anything. So I kind of wanted to do just a video on some of the art cards, but I couldn't get any of the art cards done to my liking, so I didn't get it done. So I will just glue some stuff in here and maybe do some stamping. Let me do some stamping first. do some stamping first. I like this little set, so I will use it. So what has everybody else been doing? I want to do some color swatching. But I haven't got that far yet. This stamp pad is just dying slowly, I think. Dying quickly. It's dying. What's everybody else been doing? See, it seems like summer has come and my lazy bones have, how do you think? Maybe it's the heat. It's just so hot all of a sudden. There was no springtime here. It went from cold to very, very, very hot. I'm not quite used to that. I'm not used to temperature changes so drastic. Been in Florida for quite a few years, 15 years. That's what I'm used to, just one season. Nice sticky on these guys are, it's going away too. So no one's talking. Am I still going here? People working on stuff? People escaping thunderstorms? That's good enough, I think. People escaping thunderstorms. It's been really stormy all over the United States. Hello, LP. You're playing with alcohol inks. Those are always fun. I like those. I don't have any. I used to have some, and I did enjoy them. But I couldn't keep everything. Didn't have room. Moving stuff around for no good reason. No good reason. Where's my fish? Oh, you've been having storms in Texas. Yeah, they're just, it seems like there's storms everywhere. I don't know what happened to that fish. I'll have to use a different fish. I like the fish. Storms everywhere. I don't know what's up. Season change, but I don't remember storms being a big thing when the seasons changed before. I know we've gotten quite a few storms around here. I haven't been here almost a year, not quite a year yet. I've been here in Alabama, and I don't know what they are really used to, but we've been having thunderstorms and stuff here too. So, I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to do? Can't do much about the weather. But it's so hot. Not used to that. It never got this hot in Florida. Never, never. It is crazy all over. The weather is crazy. Craziness. So, I was going to do some art cards today, but I don't want to get out stuff to collage onto them. I guess I could stamp some stuff on them. I kind of like the way these purple ones turned out. I need to put her face. What did I do with her face? I'll put her face right there. There we go. I'm just going to clean off my stamp back here. Got some more paper bits. So, yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot today, am I? I thought making backgrounds would take a whole lot longer than it did. Usually when I'm doing something, an hour and a half goes by and it feels like 15 minutes. So I don't know what's up with that. I guess I could do some collaging. Haven't done any collaging in a bit. I have not. I've only streamed, live streamed on YouTube. I am thinking about starting to use live stream, but haven't gotten that far yet. I've never used Periscope and I've never used Facebook, so I don't know how different any of that is. I've only ever Ustreamed or YouTubed. I'm a YouTubed. And I've been having some trouble the last week. Last week there was some trouble. The week before was really, really horrible here. YouTube was having troubles. I am thinking about doing some investigating on other places, but haven't done that yet. I'll get my collage basket out here and see what I've got. I don't even know what I have. I should do some collaging in here. Since I've got some time. Should I do some collaging? You know what I should do is work in Dee Dee's. You like Periscope? I have never tried Periscope. I don't know if I've ever known anybody that does Periscope. So, I'm just not set up to do any collaging. I haven't picked out anything or gotten into the mindset of that. I'm just going to collage that down. Maybe put some paint on top of it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to do a page, I guess, or fiddle around a little bit. Don't know what else to do. I am definitely in relaxed mode. De-stressing. That computer business, that really just drives me crazy. Just don't understand most of the stuff. That's my problem. I just don't understand a lot of it. I'm going to collage something on the other side too. What do I put on there? And one more thing. I wanted to do something in threes. Let's see here. What do I have? Is that? It's almost too big. Something else. Something not that big. Judy? So how are the thunderstorms, Helen? How are things going? You've been chatting to yourself. We didn't hear ya. That's too bad. Am I not chatting enough? You guys aren't chatting a whole lot. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello, LP. I didn't get your name. Let's use up some of this paint. I gotta use up some of this paint. So old. Oh, these bottles are horrible. Can't open them. They get any amount of paint on them. They get all crusty and they're just, I can't use it up fast enough. And I can see why they don't use these bottles anymore. Linda, thanks for stopping by, Linda. Oh, I have tried the extreme glue stick. I did when I was working on the magazine journal. I practically used the whole thing. Yeah, I'm at the end of it. Yeah, I kind of used the whole thing. Yeah, I like it. It seems to really hold well. I can get that magazine journal, and now that it's all nice and dry, and see how well it holds up. I should get one of those little papers again, just so I don't get paint all over the place. So I think I like it. I like it better than the Craft Bond. That Craft Bond really was hating that a lot. Didn't like that at all. The container light, how did the container light? You only got half a stick? Is that how come because I did seem like I only did a few pages and then all of a sudden I saw the end of the tube. Maybe that's why I went through it so fast. Huh. Well, it's better than that craft bond. So if that's the case, then, you know, that'll be fine. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this real fast. Is that what it was, Judy? That it ran out so fast? It's not, the whole thing isn't filled with glue? Huh. I didn't even check. How far down does it go? Now I have to look. It goes down pretty far. It goes down to, my shadow is right there. Well, I guess that is only half a stick, isn't it? I usually use, my favorite glue stick is the Scotch permanent glue stick. I really like that a lot. Once it's dry, it really does hold well. And that's the one I've been using a lot, but I can't find it very much anymore. I ran out a couple months ago and couldn't find Deborah. Hi, Deborah. You just finished mowing the yard. Fun stuff. I couldn't find it, so I was without. That's why I was using all these other things, because I couldn't find any of my normal one. So, all right, Deborah. So that's why I ran out so fast. So here's the magazine journal that I was using it in. I'll move this over just a second. And well, actually I didn't get that at all, did I? But most of my pages that I glued seem like they're in really well. And I did it really fast, so I might not have coated them well enough. Uh-oh. Starting to stick a little bit. Yeah, it seems like it, well, I don't remember what I used. I used it on some of it. Like these things, I think I used it on. And that looks really good. I'm liking that a lot. And it bends and it doesn't come up. So, I mean, it's really kind of cheap. I found it at Walmart, so it was only a couple bucks. And that's much cheaper than the Scotch. So, I mean, yeah, if it's only half a stick, it's still better. Yeah, all these things are in there really well, so I'm pretty happy with it. I did a little bit of collaging in this after the stream. I've been working in it a little bit. Kind of wanted to get some of that done today, or this week, but hadn't gotten that far. Maybe I should put a little bit of paint on this one. Put that face on there. Yeah, I've been collaging a little bit in here. Trying to get some projects finished. I've got so many things going that I need to limit myself a little bit and finish some stuff up. Don't start any new projects. Finishing is good. I need to finish some stuff. Yeah, I put some stuff in here that I wanted to try out. I have had problems with other brands not sticking. The Elmer's Craft Bond, I hate it. This probably is a brand new tube. I think I got 3 tubes of it at the time. And this was one of them that I got when I couldn't find my Scotch brand. I was desperate. I needed some glue stick. I like glue stick. So I got this. I had done a bunch of gluing with this and didn't put paint or anything over it. And when I went back to look at it, the stuff was coming up. It's just some art cards and some little things that I was doing. Everything was coming up. It wasn't sticking. It was not sticking at all. So I don't even want to use it because it's like it's useless. You've been collecting face parts. That's one of the things. Did you see the artist trading cards I did with the faces? I did a bunch of. Maybe I should paint some in here so I can let it dry. Let it dry. We'll do some collaging first, I think. Yeah, I've been having all kinds of trouble with other glue sticks. I like the Extreme. It's too bad that it's, you haven't seen the ATCs I did. I was working on ATCs last week. See if we can get. I was kind of relaxing last week. I didn't do a whole lot of anything, and I didn't get a whole lot accomplished. You like the book? That's the magazine journal that Dee Dee Willingham sent me. So I usually do faces in the bigger size, obviously. And I kind of wanted to do some ATCs so I could start giving some away. And I'm not thrilled with them yet. I think I'm out of practice. So, and maybe it's the small size. I don't know, but I need to work on finding more little bits and pieces to play with or something. Maybe it's that I tore out some of the faces instead of cutting them like I usually do. I don't know, but let's see, that one is kind of flashed out. I kind of like this one because it's one of those makeup ads and it's drawn faces, but you can't see it. It won't focus. Why won't it focus? There it goes. I kind of like that one. Sorry they're moving so much. I'm wobbly. I didn't like that one. But they're all kind of different, and they were all kind of, I'm just playing around with size mostly. I need some more little bits. So, yeah, I'd like to give some away and stuff, so I'm trying to make a bunch of them. That one kind of turned out kind of freaky. It's a freaky one. They can't all be models, I guess, huh? I kind of like that one. It's a little odd. It's funny how different all of them are. And that's a drawn an eye that was one of the makeup ads. It was just a drawn eye. And these are these are my big faces that I printed out on photo paper in the small size. This one looks like Mick Jagger. Oh, this one. Maybe, yeah. That one looks like Mick Jagger. So these are the big 8.5 by 11 faces that I've done. And I printed them out in a small size, but they didn't come out to be exactly 3.5 by 2. So I just glued them on a piece of an ATC size cardstock. And if I can't get some little ones made, I might just print out some of the old faces and maybe give some of those away. So this is what they look like small. I would really like to make some small ones. Then this is the kind I'd like to make. It's just not working for me yet. Like I said, I might be out of practice. Not from lack of stuff, because I got plenty of little bins with eyes and stuff all over the place. So those are the ones that I've been working on. This is half of the little supplies that I've gotten. I had a whole bunch of ATC size cards that I'm trying to use up. Some little card stocks that had some patterns on them. I don't know if I like this as a background or if I like more of the backgrounds that I make and start using some of those with the faces. Maybe I will like them better that way. And that's why I was making some of these backgrounds so that I can go through and make some little faces. That's another one of those drawn eyes. Some of these faces, when they're little advertisements like that, you can't do anything with that and make it better because it's really cool the way it is. So I'm having a hard time doing anything with that one. I mean, I could do something with it, but it kind of distracts from it. So yeah, I have got all kinds of little bits and pieces, different sizes. I've got tons of stuff to work with that I've been doing stuff with. So I'll get a bunch of stuff out and try to do something, and sometimes it's just not quite right. So I don't know. Maybe that one just needs, there's the eyes that need to go with that one. So I need to trim that down. That's exactly what it needs. Just like that. I don't know why I didn't see that before. You like the art cards, the face cards? Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to glue that down. Yeah, I'm just not finding faces as easily with the smaller cards as I usually do with the larger ones. And I don't know if it's a size thing for me. I just don't have the eye for the smaller pictures. I don't know. I just don't know. So, been working on it, but it's not coming very quickly. Been taking a lot of time to do it. More time than I want to spend. You know, usually I just want to get something done, and things are just taking way too long to do it, to do anything. So there's another one. We're going to call him done. And I don't know why it seems like a him to me, but it's a him. So that's about all I have today. I'm going to make it a shorter than usual because I've kind of run out of stuff to do. Kinda. We're working this. This is turning out kind of interesting. I've been doing it very slowly because I like to add the collage and add a little bit of paint and then let it dry naturally. I did the one with the napkin. I can't find it now. There it is. I put paint on that and let it dry. I kind of like the way it's turned out, but it needs more stuff. So that's what I will be doing. And I'm finding doing things not on stream is a little bit more relaxing, and that's kind of what I needed this last week to de-stress from my computer troubles. You got a personal lesson. Well, if you've been collecting face parts, yeah, you're doing the larger faces. Here's my big face parts. Here's eyes, and when I collect stuff, I like to put eyes in one side. If I'm doing larger faces, I'll put them all together like that. And then when I'm going through, when I find something, you know, a base face or something, or a mouth or something that I want to add to, I can go through the eyes and find something I like that will go. I fussy cut around a few of them. I think this went with this. I'm almost positive that smaller eye was a drawn out example of this eye, and I cut it all up. Hi, Aurora. So, and then I put this one is just I didn't know where to put that, so, and then I put the noses and mouths in here. So if I find some eyes and want to find a mouth, I can kind of go through here and try to find it. What's really nice is if you have a big table that you can put a bunch of stuff on and you can see what you've got and spread out and just take your time to try different things out, it works a lot better. It's really hard to do the faces in a stream because when I tried to do it last week, I had a whole sea of stuff here for the little tiny cards, and you couldn't see what I was doing because it was so busy. So it's hard to do on a stream. Should do some. I'm going to do some stenciling on here. Do some purple stenciling. Just to do something. And I really don't have a whole lot left. I have been really busy just relaxing and not doing a whole lot of anything this week. So I didn't really plan anything. I wasn't thinking. I should have been, but I wasn't. I was bad. Just relaxing. Sometimes it's just, you just gotta do nothing. Sometimes. Not always, just sometimes. Just sometimes. Look at that corner. It's nice just not to do anything and not to think about planning stuff sometimes. So I don't have anything planned. I wanted to do some little videos with some show and tells of stuff that I had done, but the artist trading cards took way too long and I didn't get enough done to do anything with. What are you going to do? You know, sometimes it just takes longer than it should. So, yeah, the art cards are real hard to do on stream. The faces, anyway. You just need a whole lot of options and stuff to make it work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of watching streams too. It is kind of nice just to listen to somebody else talk and you know, mess around with some faces and not worry about getting anything done. I think that's where what happened to me this week, because you know, Dee Dee's been on quite a bit. I mean, she was on today. She's never on a Tuesday. So yeah, it's really nice just to chill out and not think about anything and mess around, make some faces, do a little bit of backgrounds, not worry too much about anything. Thanks, Judy. There isn't enough time in the day. There's just not, yeah, there just isn't. That's all there is to it. There needs to be more time. They've definitely, yeah. Especially when you're watching streams, you know, you get involved with what they're doing, and then, you know, 2 hours is gone. And it's nice when you can do something alongside, and, you know, but it doesn't seem like I get very much done here lately. So, I need to clean up my mess, and I need to use up this paint. This paint is old, 15-year-old paint in this horrible bottles. I need to just use it up and be done with it. I've got so much of it. But it's so messy. So, yeah, my list is horribly long, and I keep starting new projects. And I need to finish some of my old ones, and I think I will do that. Needs to do some gluing in some glue books just to relax, because it has been pretty stressful. No, I think time goes by for, you know, when you're having fun, time really does go by. When you feel like you're finally getting somewhere, you know, time goes by really fast. So, no, you're not the only one. Time goes by fast for everybody. And the older you get, too, the faster it goes. So I am going to turn off these lights because it's just so hot. I am going to say goodbye for today and trying to get some stuff done for next week. And hopefully I can do some just normal videos with some show and tells. But I need to get something finished before I can show it. So I am going to say goodbye. Yeah, I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, and I kind of run out of stuff to do. So I need to figure out some way to cool down this room because it gets so hot in here. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank everybody for being here and arting along with me and just chatting with me. I will be better prepared next week with something really fun. What do you guys want to do? Give me some suggestions. Something you want to see. Bye. Glue books? You're here for the glue books, Rora? I could do glue books. Glue books is very relaxing and very nice. Yeah. I could do that. That sounds very nice. I'll think about some glue books next week. There's not enough glue books videos, is there? Okay, so we'll do some glue books. Something in that area next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.